What is your
Hello.
name?
Hi, I'm Pallavi.
And now I will ask you about your teaching experience.
Okay.
And first question is about what inspires you?
Uh, Inspires me for teaching.
Yeah.
Actually, since my childhood, when I was learning about painting and fine arts and everything, my father was my basic teacher, and he always helped me with everything because in India, art education is really not existent that much, and so it was my own experience for my own cultivation of for knowledge and everything. But now, once I'm here, and also I was a teacher back in India, and I was teaching little kids over there. Their interest for learning something creative, their interest for doing something engaging, and being happy after creating something, and seeing that and enjoying the feeling, that all really makes me inspired to help them more and feel them more creative.
Perfect. And second question, it's about why did you choose your subject for teaching?
Actually, it's not about just choosing. Actually, since I'm doing my PhD research here, it's also part of the course. It's part of the study program that you have to just go and have an educational practice, like a teaching course once in a week with the students. It's mostly because of here the students are really not much good in English, and you have to teach everything in English for them. So it's somehow beneficial for them in the way of learning English, and for me, it's like a practice for teaching. So somehow it's the mutual beneficial relationship kind of. So yeah, it's important for me as well. It gives me the inspiration and the experience.
Thank you so much. Could you describe yourself, like your vision about yourself? Maybe you can say like it is with the side like a teacher, or it is your choice. You're free in it.
About myself, yeah, I really like to do a lot of creative stuff, and I'm really interested in almost all kind of arts, like singing, dancing, painting, everything. So in that way, I really want to learn more about every culture, every kind of art practices, and in that way also I think it's a kind of reciprocation that I also want to teach others or give the knowledge of what I know to others and learn from them as well. So somehow this is a kind of, how I think myself, that I want to know and I also want to give. So it's something like that.
Great. And how are you preparing the materials for your lessons?
Okay, so actually I have this scholarship from the stipendium here. So I'm getting a monthly stipend, which is almost fine since I'm living in the dormitory. So I don't have much expense in other kind of house payments or electricity, something like that. So whatever I have, I can buy the materials for that. And here, yes, it was really a bit difficult for me to find out the proper materials that I need, like after coming from a different continent altogether, and here finding where I can get my art materials. But my supervisor and my friends are really helpful to help me out, find a place where I can get cheap materials and everything. But since I'm mostly in contemporary installation art, so I really need a lot of materials, not only paints and brushes to paint. So it's also not important for me always to buy materials. Maybe I can see something and feel that it can be a part of my artwork. So I also collect them and keep them and use them somehow in my artworks later.
Do you design the educational programs or you use already known or something what you have?
No, yeah, we have to design it ourselves. It's like just you apply with the course description in the Neptune, like our website portal, and from there with the description, the students are allowed to choose if they are going to take your class or not. So I have almost around 7 students, and I'm working together with another friend, another colleague of mine in the same university, and we two are every week before the classes start, we have to just sit and think like today what we are supposed to do, because it's a mixture of students. There are from painting, sculpture, art theory. So sometimes it happens that if you are doing something for the painting students, maybe it's not interesting for the art theory ones because they are not much in paintings, and they are more into talking, speaking, and writing reviews. So yeah, sometimes we are really successful. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to understand what they want and how we can inspire them. So we have to think really like how to design the program, how to set up the tasks, what to do in the next class. Everything is what we have to do ourselves.
And what is your motivation for teaching?
Yeah, when I see the students and they say, "Oh wow, I love this task. What's the task next week?" And it's like, you when someone inspires you to think more, it's like you also feel much better that maybe it's something good, and I just think something more about it and what to do next week, and it somehow comes in your mind that how to get much uplifted in your practice also, and also how to help others to be more better, like much better in their thinking perspective or in their fields of practice or whatever. In that sense, I think the motivation comes from the students itself.
Perfect. And what is your unique you in your lesson? Something maybe specific.
We are very, I think I can say in my class I'm very fun loving, and we make it very funny. We often, it's not like just boring lectures, like just I come and teach them something. It's more of like kind of workshop. It's like I can just say we had a last lesson, it was like frottage. It's like just go out in the gardens and take out impressions from all over the nature and use them in your art, like create a new artwork out of it. So it was really fun loving for them, and they were like hopping, jumping here and there, finding, collecting impressions out of leaves or plants or bricks and everything. And it was really kind of, I think these are kind of things. And also I'm more like a friend than a teacher with them, so I think that's what makes me a bit different, not boring like other teachers.
And how do you improve your professional skills?
That I still need to think of, because yeah, it's like just my professional world started just I think 2 years ago after I finished my masters, and I was teaching in a primary school and also painting as a painting teacher in high school. So it was mostly with children during that time, and now I'm in the university and I have this teaching course where I have to deal with graduate students or master students, and there you have to always keep on thinking what to inspire them, because when you deal with children it's different, when you deal with graduates that's different. And so I think yeah, it's just the beginning. Still I get inspiration from my teachers, my supervisor, everywhere. I have no idea how to get much further with this course, so it's still a need of time and need more practice maybe.
What is about your role as a teacher? Your vision, maybe, about it.
I think, I don't know, I believe in the 3Ds. It's like something my father told me when I was a child. It's like the determination, dedication, and devotion. So these three, I think it's more important as a student and also as a teacher to develop yourself, to develop your entire inner identity. So somehow it's like this, the same thing I would say, like the giving and learning, everything is coming from there. It's the basic role of a teacher should not always be just to give and to teach. It's more also to learn how from the students, and in the course of giving your knowledge, it's somehow you always learn every day, everything new, and I think that's more important for being a teacher.
And what is specific in the art education, or according maybe your field, professional field?
I didn't get like what is specific. Can you explain it?
Yeah, because I think if you're a teacher, for example, in design, it's not the same like art education, like art history or industrial design, for example. It's different, I think.
So actually the thing is, since I'm coming from India, where art education is really not practiced at all, people are totally not aware of what art is. Even when I came here, many of my Indian people or friends, they really ask me, "Oh, you're studying art. Is there any scope in it? Can you earn a living or a good life with this?" And so you can understand there is really negligence about this thing. And I think for art education or art practice, like creative fields like this, it's not only that you have to practice or you have to do it. It's also you need to study a lot. You need to learn a lot. You need to see many things. It's not only that you're a painter, you should not go to music concerts or you should not go to drama performances. It's like everything you can learn everything, and somehow at the end of the day you will feel that you feel much like much more, knowledgeable, or you feel richer in that sense.
Okay. Are you an active as a teacher? Because I think it's not the same to be an active like a student.
No,
so
no, no. It's not very active kind of role here as of now. Previously, when I was in India, I was totally like a full-time teacher. But here, you can say it's like the entire week I'm as a student. One day of the week I'm like a teacher. So it's somehow like you're learning, and you're also as a part of inspiring yourself to become a would-be teacher in the professor fields, like in the future generation. So then maybe it's helpful for me in that way.
and how could you integrate the community into your teaching?
I don't know. Because it's totally different for me here and also in India. I think in India it's more important. Here at least people are really respectful for all the kind of professions, or all the kind of fields of art or everything. People are really aware of it. But I think in India it is more important that people should be integrated more with this knowledge of art, with this knowledge of creative worlds, and people are maybe somehow getting more interested in it. But I think still it's more important, and it's not my responsibility only, it's also the same responsibility of the viewers to educate themselves before they go to an exhibition, or before they just come and sit for a classical music show where they really need to understand what is going on. It's not the only necessity of an artist. I feel for myself that the viewers themselves should also feel equally important, that if they really want to educate themselves somehow as a full human being, I think it's important for them to also know much more about the art fields.
Thank you so much. Do you receive the feedbacks from your students, maybe the comments? Do you ask them about
Yeah,
it?
every week after every lesson, it's like we sit and talk about, because that's what I said. Like we have different kind of students. Like maybe one day the art theory people, they say that it's not important for us. Why should we paint? We don't want to paint. We are not good at painting. Please give us something to write. We will write about it, and we just force them that no, you also have to do this. It will also make you like much better in even in writing. If you can express your thoughts even in just with some lines, you can also express it more with the words. So it's just the opposite also for the painters. They are like, no, we don't want to write, and we want to draw something. It's like every day we have to sit at the end and talk and discuss about what did they like, why did they like it, why didn't they like it, and what did they feel that they got new from the class. So somehow it's everyday kind of discussion at the end. So yeah, I do get feedback. Some of them are good, some of them are bad.
Yeah, a lot of questions for me. Okay. And next question is about what are your particular strengths and weaknesses as a teacher? What do you think about this?
As a teacher, I think the strength, maybe you can say, is I can really connect very well with my students, because I feel I'm much friendly and open. Just like not only just telling them what to do, I'm much open. Like whatever they want to do, they can do it. I give much more freedom in that sense. And weakness, I don't know. Somehow, sometimes I want that maybe something might have gone better if I tell them a bit, and that I can guide them a bit. And sometimes I feel that maybe it's necessary, but after that I realize maybe it was not important. That maybe because I'm really very much perfectionist. So I really get a bit, rigid when I see that things are not happening in the way I want. So I really try to maybe direct them, and sometimes I think maybe it's not good that I do that. So I think that's one of my weaknesses.
Describe, please, your lesson, what you have given already, like your experience. Maybe it will be the best, your lesson, what you remember.
Like I said, the last one, I asked you, it was like just you go out and take some impressions, and make a collage out of it. And sometimes we often go to exhibitions and sit with the students and discuss, why did you like this painting, which painting did you like the most, and why, write about it, talk about it, give your presentation of artworks, or just give a presentation of your friends' artworks, just like how to explain your artworks with the words, because we artists are really, very, very shy kind of persons. We don't want to talk about our art, and I think that is a very bad thing about us. We should improve it. If we can paint, we can also learn how to explain it to the viewers. So I think that's more important in the art educational practice. So that's how I kind of formulate my classes.
And what is more important for you, teaching or learning? What do you think?
I think learning, because I'm learning every day, everything here. After moving from a different continent, everything, even where to go, what to buy, what to do, everything is learning from me because I'm totally new for it. So even for me, even if I'm teaching foreigner students, it's every day I'm learning something from them, because I'm teaching something, I'm telling something, they're saying, oh, it happens like this in India, but it's here like that. So every day it's also somehow I'm learning myself. So it's not only, I think, nothing is called teaching. I think it's also, by the way you teach, it's also your learning.
And what is your main target in your lessons? Main gain?
I don't think about the targets that much. I just think that people, like when I'm working with my students, they should feel comfortable, they should feel happy after they do something, they should feel satisfied that they did something, and they feel that the creation that they did is something pleasurable for them. So that happiness is the target.
And what is your point of view on cross-curricular teaching?
I think it's really important. That's what I said. That it's not something like you. If you are a painter, you should never learn anything about music. If you are a drama, like dramatist or something like that, and you don't know anything about painting, it's nothing like that. Everything should be cross curriculum. Now it's like interdisciplinary, cultural. Everything is happening like mixing together. I think that's more important now. It's really really beneficial for every person.
Okay, thank you so much.
No, very much.